bridge, there were 19 arches supporting it all. This area was quickly transitioned into the many vaults, chambers, and tunnels being walled in and sectioned off into descending levels. So now, just beneath the bridge top surface, you have these 120 vaults or rooms. On the surface, it became a booming location for businesses, especially during the Industrial Revolution. And beneath the thriving merchant areas were workshops, and even further below were the living quarters. It was all under this that the underground city inevitably grew, which eventually turned into slums filled with poverty, illness, and violence.
Because, like, who would want to live down there?
Yeah, I mean, in those times, it was like they didn't have anything else.
I know you do it out of necessity, but
Yeah.
like I imagine, there's people that are thriving to try to or striving to try to get out of there.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just not the best people that are going to be. That's going to be down there.
Yeah. It was just it was hard times led to bad decisions, led to even worse living conditions, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The industrial age in Scotland brought work and wealth, but housing planning and public health did not improve at the same time. Living conditions were horrible, and there was overcrowding as families of more than 10 people lived in cramped rooms. The mortality rates climbed through the roof, and with no sanitation, no running water, and no sunlight in those tunnels, illness spread pretty quickly. Oh, and tuberculosis was also a thing, so you can imagine what happened next.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And for those who lived very deep in the Edinburgh vaults, the troubles were even more compounded. The Irish potato.
Potato? I love potatoes.
I do too. They are so good. Now, if I can get Gollum to say that instead. The Irish potato famine. Potato.
Potato.
So the Irish potato famine of 1845 flooded Scotland with refugees who often ended up at the very bottom of Southbridge. In addition to all of this, criminals and underworld dwellers moved illicit materials through the tunnels in a black market and created a red light district complete with gambling, pubs, brothels, crime, robbery, and murder. I'm just repeating what I've said before. It was a shithole.
Though, it's just what people had to do. And that's more like what I expected the first time.
I was going to put that one up the first time, but I thought in the order I needed to have that one up first.
I think it's kind of cool, the idea of having this underground system of life, businesses down there and stuff like that. But just living down there all the time is just not a good idea. We require windows, we require sunlight. And so living in a dark, dank place is just not good for people's mental health. So that's what I kind of meant earlier. I know why they had to live down there, but the people that would end up staying down there, they had to be like the most unhealthiest bunch to be able to live under those circumstances. But the idea of having a few businesses down there is kind of cool.
Yeah, that is kind of cool. Depending on the type of business that is down there.
I think the darker made it just even kind of, like the bars and the nightclub and things like that, or whatever. That makes sense to kind of have this like a funky little theme to have it underground.
Yeah, I bet it would be really cool, actually.
Yeah.